Welcome back to Crossroads.
Welcome back to Crossroads, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. You know, The Color Purple, the Broadway production, is making its way across the country and even in Canada. And it's here at the Ordway Theater in St. Paul for 2 weeks, and I had the pleasure of watching it. And oh my God, the stories of love and family, triumph over tragedy. It's something that no matter what skin color you are, we can all identify with. And it's just a wonderful story, a wonderful production. And one of the cast members is here with me on the show this morning, Tiffany Daniels. Thank you so much for being here, girlfriend.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
And you play Squeak.
Yes.
So you get a chance to get beat up by Miss Sophia at Harpo's Juke Joint.
Every night. Every night. I thought one night maybe I'll beat her up instead.
You gotta start fighting back, girl. You can't just tour for 2 years and just keep getting beat up night after night.
Well, that's the beauty of Squeak. She's a very powerful girl in her own, but she's feisty. She thinks she can always win. She's going to put up a good fight no matter what.
That's kind of like me. I identify with Squeak because as long as I'm talking, I can win the fight.
Yes.
But as soon as the first punch is thrown, I'm out for the count.
It's done. It's done. But she put up a good fight.
I did.
Down.
As long as I was talking, I was doing good.
Exactly.
Now, tell me how you got into theater.
Well, I actually started out dancing when I was 3 years old. My mom just wanted me to have some social interaction with kids. And I've actually been on stage pretty much ever since. I started in a local theater company in San Diego, where I'm from. And I went to a performing arts school from 7th through 12th grade. And it was just kind of a natural progression for me once I graduated from college to go pursue my dreams. And I moved to Los Angeles, started auditioning, and here I am in The Color Purple.
So how did you get an opportunity to be in The Color Purple?
Well, I have an agent in Los Angeles that sends me out on multiple types of projects. Theater's always been something that's been very natural for me. So when I heard about the audition for The Color Purple, I made sure to be there. Ended up getting a call back in New York, and then here I am.
And how long have you been touring? Because this is a touring company, so you weren't actually on Broadway during the Broadway production. How long have you been touring?
We started in Chicago, rehearsing in February of '07. We opened in April or May of '07, and we've just been running 8 shows a week ever since.
Oh my God. And how long will you guys be on the road for?
This show, I believe, is projected to run until 2010 or 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what are the crowds like when they see the story? Because we've all read Alice Walker's book 11 times. We've seen the movie. You know, even Color Purple is one of those movies, even if you have it on DVD, if it comes on BET, even with the commercial, you still have to sit down and watch it. And then you call your friends to watch it. And so I know I found myself when the Broadway production came out, it was a natural progression to get my girlfriends, get my husband, go to New York, see the production and be a part of it. And now to take that Color Purple experience to theaters all across the country. What is that like? What kind of reception are you getting?
Well, I think that the stage adaptation of the show is a nice combination of the book and the movie. So people are kind of coming with some having expectations and then some not. So our audiences vary across the board, especially in the different areas that we go to. But overall, it's just a general happiness. People love this story, and they're crying, they're laughing, they're angry, they're all sorts of things. It's just an emotional roller coaster. And every night, without fail, which is so beautiful, which is what keeps it going for us, we get a standing ovation. So we know that people are getting it. People have gotten the book, they really responded well to the movie, but to see them responding so well to it being told through song and on stage is like no other.
Now, how do you keep it fresh night after night? Because I went Tuesday and it was so exciting, and then some friends went Thursday and it was so exciting. I'm like, at some point, you got to get tired. I mean, you guys keep it fresh night after night. What I saw in New York, I saw here at the Ordway in St. Paul. It was the most wonderful show. I thought, well, you know, it might be scaled back or scaled down because, you know, it's a traveling tour company. But you guys, I mean, you brought it.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody on that stage is choosing to be there. this is what we absolutely love to do. There is nothing else that I know that I could do or that I would rather be doing. So to be able to get up on stage every night and affect people the way that we're affecting them, seeing them stand up every night and hearing the feedback with people standing at the stage door and just being so excited about us, that's what keeps us going every night, every night.
And you know, the one thing that I love about the story of The Color Purple, I remember I may have been in high school or junior high school when the movie came out, and I was sitting in the theater, and there was an array of personalities. You had African American, you had white people, you had Hispanic people, you had Asian people, and we all sat there together and cried and laughed and bonded. And the same with the Broadway production. You think an all-black cast, there'd be all black people in the theater, but there's white people. The man next to me, I had to give him tissue. I'm like, stop crying. Sophia's going to get out of jail. Stop crying. I mean, it affects people on whatever level they're on. Why do you think that is with this production?
Well, because it's not just a story about African Americans. Yes, it's being told by African Americans, but it's everybody's story. Everybody goes through their rite of passage. Everyone has their moments of inferiority. Every female especially has a moment of empowerment within themselves. So regardless of your skin color, it's a story for everybody.
Really? Now, what I want to talk about is our young black girls.
Yes.
You know, a lot of them, when they think, you know, entertainment, all we got is the booty shaking video. You know, I mean, I'm so happy to have Michelle Obama in office because it gives our girls a positive image.
Absolutely.
Of what an African American woman looks like.
Absolutely.
And what I enjoy about your cast is that there's so many different faces for my nieces to see. There's positive African American role models standing up on that stage, and they're not gyrating, and they're not shaking, and they're not swinging on a pole. You know, no rappers are dancing, and you know, there are no misogynistic images. How important is that for you guys to portray that image, especially for our young black girls?
Well, like I said before, this story is about triumph and overcoming the trials of feeling inferior as a woman, and even especially as an African American woman. So I think today especially it's so important that we maintain this story, and the fact that the Broadway company has closed. We are the only show running right now. So it is very important to us to maintain that and to keep going to these cities and to keep talking to the youth and to keep getting involved in the cities and coming and doing shows like this. It's so important to us.
And Scott, our director, has some information upstairs because you guys are going to be here a couple of weeks, and we want everybody to go out and see the production and see the wonderful work that you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.
Okay, have you met Oprah?
Yes, girl.
Okay, tell me about it, girl. What happened? Give me all the details. Let me sit back. What happened?
Unfortunately, the Broadway company, they got to spend a little bit more time with her because, you know, the show was still very fresh and new. But because we opened in Chicago, we were sitting down there for about 9 months. She came to our opening night with her 20-person entourage.
Right, exactly.
Of course, she was decked in purple, which was beautiful. But because we were there for so long, we also, like maybe 8 or 9 of us at a time, got to go watch a taping of her show. So we got to go to her studio and go backstage, meet some of the producers of the show, and meet her dogs.
Oh, man, you met the dogs,
met her dogs.
What about Stedman and Gail? Did you see Stedman and Gail?
Stedman came with her to the opening night of our show. Yes. We didn't get to meet Gail. Maybe some of the cast did, but I didn't.
So did you touch her? What she smell like? Give me all the details.
Oprah is beautiful inside and out, and it was just, I mean, I was just in awe. She's one of the most powerful
I can
women
see you tearing
in the
up,
world.
girl, and I'm tearing up just knowing you were there.
She is one of the most powerful women in the world, and it was an honor to be in her presence. Absolutely. So it was funny when we all got to take a picture with her when we got to see a taping of her show, and I was like, I'm gonna get right next to Oprah. So I got my picture right next to Oprah.
Let's put our faces together.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Well, it is an
Once
honor
in a
to
lifetime.
have you here, and
Thank you
for
so
sharing
much.
your story.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And you guys get out there and check out The Color Purple, and it's a wonderful show and a wonderful piece of our history. And stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more to come. Stay with us.
Got about 1,000,000 patties in my head. All the ladies gonna love to dance when they in Miss Sheila's pants. 17